Greetings and Hotep. I'm Tahuti Matra, and this is Tahuti's Daily Report, brought to you by dhealthstore.com. In today's report, I'm going to be dealing with the subject of all skin disorders or blood disorders. You know, over the years, I've gotten a lot of inquiries about skin disorders. And, a lot of people are kind of thrown off when I suggest to them that in order to heal from a skin disorder, you have to first deal with the blood. The Bible in the book of Leviticus, chapter 17, verse 11, states that for the life of the flesh is in the blood. So when you're dealing with the flesh, the skin, you're dealing with the blood. The skin is always going to manifest the condition of the blood. So when you see people with adverse skin conditions, such as psoriasis, dermatitis, eczema, herpes, acne, rosacea, etc., 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 you are dealing with people who have adverse skin conditions. Basically, toxic blood, okay? Toxic, polluted, dirty blood is always going to manifest through the skin. If you want good skin, you have to make sure that you have good blood. Good blood is clean blood, okay? Pure blood. Now, that's a little challenging in the matrix, in the Western world, because of the things, the foodstuffs we consume, we unwisely consume. Why? Well, I'm saying why is it that the food we consume causes the blood to become toxic? The why is, pertaining to diet, is the things that we're eating, the foodstuffs, they are acidic. If we are consuming cooked foods, processed foods, refined foods, and they're really not foods, but for the sake of argument, if we're consuming these things, we are consuming things that inside our body is going to break down into acid. And that acid is going to make the blood more acidic than the blood is supposed to be, or should be, considering what we eat. Because technically, the human body, the natural pH of the human body is 7.3, okay, which is alkaline. But when I say make the blood more acidic than it should or could be, it's pertaining to us in our unnatural state, okay? Because if we just keep it real, our pH should always be 7.3. But see, that's just not going to be the case here in the matrix because of the things we are consuming, okay? And yes, people, it is the so-called good tasting things, the so-called good tasting foods that are the most acidic, okay? And that which is acidic is mucus forming, unhealthy mucus forming, that is going to produce mucus. And that's what a lot of people are suffering from, okay? When you're dealing with dermatitis, okay, the word itis means inflammation. Inflammation. Inflammation is caused by the unhealthy mucus, which is very acidic. It burns. Itis means inflammation. If there is inflammation, there is a burning. Okay? So dermatitis, derma means skin. Itis means inflammation. Dermatitis is inflammation of the derma, inflammation of the skin, Why is the skin inflamed? Mucus. Vaginitis, inflammation of the vagina. Why is the vagina inflamed? Some mucus condition down there. Bronchitis, inflammation of the bronchi. Tonsillitis, inflammation of the tonsils. Itis means inflammation, which means there is mucus there. And check out the doctors. The doctors will prescribe you drugs for all these different body parts. All these different body parts. You know, so if a woman goes to the doctor and she has vaginitis, doc got a drug. He got about 5, 6, 7 drugs for vaginitis. It's just a mucus condition. If you have bronchitis, they got about 10, 11, 12, 20-something drugs for bronchitis. It's just mucus in the bronchi tubes. That's all. Tendinitis, mucus in the tendons. Tonsillitis, mucus in the tonsils. Okay? It's the same thing as mucus. So you got hundreds of drugs for conditions of mucus. All you have to take is some type of a demulcent type herb, a expectorant herb, mullein leaf, fenugreek seed, cayenne pepper, okay, which is not an expectorant, but when you mix cayenne with fenugreek and mullein, you really got something that's going to really cause you to expectorate some mucus. That's how I healed myself from bronchial asthma that doctor said I would have for the rest of my life. 3 powerful herbs healed me of bronchial asthma. Here I am from the streets of South Central Los Angeles, never went to medical school, hell, never went to college a day in my life, for that matter, and did something that doctors who went to Harvard and UCLA and USC medical school couldn't do. What does that say? What statement is being made with that? When a person from the streets can do something that doctors with degrees, all type of Greek letters behind their names and making hundreds of thousands of dollars per year cannot do. What does that say? Now, getting back to blood. I'm sorry, people. I know people like to eat meat, but I'm telling you, meat is acidic. It's mucus forming. Meat. All meat. You got people, Jehudi, I don't eat no meat. All I eat is chicken and fish. Well, what the hell you think chicken and fish is? Anything with a face and a tail is meat. Anything with a mother and a father is meat. It's flesh. It's cadaver. I don't eat no meat. I eat a little chicken and fish. That's meat. That's flesh. You're carnivore. Want to be carnivore. But it's creating mucus in the body. It is making the blood acidic. And it's going to manifest through the skin. So all the pork and the beef and the chicken and the turkey and just all that crap is acid forming. The dairy product, which is the cow excreta, the liquefied cow snot. I mean, how can you consume dairy products? Don't you know that the government allows 10% feces in dairy products? Because dairy products come from milk. And by law, the government allows 10% feces in milk. They can't ensure that no feces from the cows get in the milk. So they allow a certain percentage to get in the milk. They, little shit ain't gonna hurt the American people. I mean, the American people are full of shit anyway. I guess that's, how the government looks at it. Mucus. Yeah, mucus, because those cows, they suffer from mastitis, inflammation of the mast. Mastitis, mammary gland, breasts. Some human females suffer from that as well too, just not to the degree of the cows where you get your dairy products from. So your dairy products, mucus forming. Your meat products, mucus forming. Your refined grains, very mucus forming. Very mucus forming. Yes, ladies, the cakes and the donuts and the cookies, just all that good tasting stuff with all that man-made sugar, very mucus forming. And a lot of that stuff that you're eating is the cause of you having cheese between the knees, meaning discharge. Okay, the vagina is an extra limited channel for females, and the body intelligence will use that vagina. It will use the uterus and the vagina to expel mucus. Okay, and a lot of times when that happens, it's called vaginitis. That mucus burns the vagina. So there's a lot of women burning right now. As mucus, all they got to do is cleanse the mucus out of the body. It goes back to diet, people. Diet. Look, let me share something with you. This is pertaining to Americans' favorite beverage. And no, it's not water. It's soda pop. It's soda pop. Now check out this science here. The human body by nature is 7.3 alkaline, 7.3 pH. Okay, parts hydrogen or potential. Hydrogen, pH. A 6 pH is 10 times more acidic than a 7. A 5 pH is 100 times more acidic than a 7 pH. A pH of 4 is 1,000 times more acidic than a 7 pH. A pH of 3 is 10,000 times more acidic than a pH of 7. A pH of 2 is 100,000 times more acidic than a 7 pH. Do you know what the pH of soda pop is? Take a guess. 2. A pH of 2. Soda pop has a pH of 2. That means that 1 can of soda pop will make your blood 100,000 times more acidic than it's supposed to be. Soda pop, Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, Mountain Dew, Sunkist, all that crap. 1 can makes your blood 100,000 times more acidic than it's supposed to be. That's something to think about, people. It pollutes the blood. And if it pollutes the blood, then it's going to manifest through the skin. The skin will become polluted. Acne is nothing but the face attempting to defecate through the skin. That's what acne is. Your body's trying to poop through the skin because you're constipated. The eliminative channels are not working. And if the eliminative channels are not working, then trust me, the blood is going to be toxic because the eliminative channels help to cleanse the blood. The liver, the kidneys, the lung, the colon. These are your major eliminative channels. It all works together. But it's the things that we are consuming that is polluting the body, making the organs work harder than they're supposed to or need to. We're doing that with our educated spiritual selves, and then wonder why we have all these pathologies. See? And let's not even talk about the skin care. All this chemical commercial lotions and synthetic oils, mineral oil. Mineral oil, that's liquid petroleum. You're using Vaseline. Remove the V and substitute it with a G. That's gasoline. A little play on words there, but the point I'm driving home is that you're dealing with petroleum, right? It's not Vaseline, petroleum jelly. It's rocks. You're putting liquid rocks on your skin. You're smothering your pores. It doesn't make sense. And just think, you have unconscious parents who use mineral oil on their baby's skin. That's criminal. That's insane. The skin needs to breathe, and it can't breathe with lanolin oil, which is sheep oil, and mineral oil, which is petroleum. It's a petroleum derivative. It's waste, basically. And you're putting that on your innocent little children because you don't know to use botanical oils. See, people, we are supposed to be able to eat any and everything we put on our bodies. So we're supposed to be using olive oil, jojoba oil, rosehip seed oil, castor oil, coconut oil, grapeseed oil, sweet almond oil. Those are the oils we're supposed to be using. Not mineral oil, lanolin oil. No. Food-based substances, food-based, things that you can eat. That's what you put on your skin. Shea butter, okay? Coconut butter, kukui nut butter. Not all this stuff they're selling. The shampoos with the sodium lauryl sulfate, you just all in your hair and everything, you know, with the sodium lauryl sulfate that gets in your eyes and cause your eyes to degenerate. Propylene glycol, engine degreaser. You're shampooing your hair with engine degreaser. And whatever you put on the hair goes through the scalp and gets into the body, gets into the blood. Whatever you put on the skin gets into the blood. So what are you putting on your skin? What are you putting on your skin? Antiperspirant, deodorants. The women using pads that are dipped in chlorine and that is processed with dioxin. Dioxin, an industrial agent left over from the Vietnam War. It was so much dioxin left over from the Vietnam War, hell, they couldn't get rid of it. They said, we got to do something with it because there's just too much of it. Well, they sold it to the female sanitation industry, and they started bleaching the tampons and the pads with this dioxin-based chlorine. Don't rinse it off. Just leave it in there and sell it to the American women. And the sinister thing about it is they add asbestos to it. They use rayon. This is some sinister stuff here. That asbestos in these pads here make women bleed longer than they're supposed to or need to. I mean, the female sanitation industry, their motto is the more you bleed, the more you need. And the more you need, the more you're going to purchase. But see, people, all this stuff here toxifies the blood. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on about the things that we do to pollute the blood. But I would be remiss if I didn't talk about a solution in the few minutes that I have left. One of the best ways to help purify the blood is by fasting, periodic fasting. It's cheap or economical, you know. You could do it in a matter of days. It doesn't tax the body. You don't have to go anywhere. It doesn't cost any money again. Fasting. And then there are just numerous herbs out there. Chickweed, echinacea, golden seal, Oregon grape, a red clover, which is really a blood builder, sarsaparilla. Just so many herbs out there. These are alterative herbs, which are blood cleansing herbs. And you can consume them. They will help to purify the blood. Now, at D Health Store, I have what is called the Full Body Detox. And in the Full Body Detox is the blood and lymphatic cleanser, okay? And this formula right here has various alterative herbs that are just dynamite when it comes to cleansing the blood. And most of you guys know about the Full Body Detox, which is a 20-day cleanse consisting of 6 formulas that help to cleanse the body from head to toe. And one of the 6 formulas includes a blood and lymphatic cleanser, okay? Blood and lymphatic cleanser. Now you can purchase this formula separately from the detox, but if you would just take 3 to 6 capsules of this formula per day, you would help to keep your blood balanced. Keep the blood balanced and then also cleansing on a day in and day out basis. Drink plenty of vegetable juice, beets, carrots, celery, just greens. Fruit juice, grapes, cherries, great for cleansing the blood. Drink alkaline water, the best water you can drink. After the alkaline water comes the distilled water. You're flushing when you're drinking the fruit juice, the vegetable juice, the water, you're flushing. And when you do that, you're helping to cleanse the blood. Perform your enemas, because that too helps to cleanse the blood. Well, my time is up in this segment, and until the next segment, I want you to concentrate on the things that I said herein. Thank you for listening. Until the next Tahuti Daily Report, I'm out. Hotep. Peace.